A 8-year-old executive arrives tomorrow for a regenerative medicine consultation with 8 years of orthopedic notes, 2 outside MRIs, changing medication lists, and 3 prior procedures. And the question is not whether AI can summarize the chart, but whether it can show you the right uncertainty before you make a decision. The safer question is whether the process displays what it could not verify. By the end of this episode, you will be able to name the difference between an AI scribe and an agent loop. Follow the 6 steps that turn a request into a checked multi-step workflow. And set the first safety boundary for a Previsit agent. Read from approved sources, stage its work, and never place clinical orders or alter the record on its own. Most clinicians have met AI through a scribe or a chatbot. Those tools can be valuable. A scribe turns conversation into documentation. A chatbot produces a response. In the simplest form, that is one inference. You ask, the model predicts text, and the interaction ends. That is not the same thing as an agent. An agent is a model inside a controlled loop. The model can propose the next action, but the surrounding system assembles context, limits what actions are available, records what happened, and returns the result for the next step. Think of the model as a resident presenting a proposed next move. The agent architecture is the clinic's protocols, access controls, chart, task list, and attending oversight around that resident. In Hermes, the loop has 6 practical stages. First is prompt assembly. Before the model sees a request, Hermes collects the operating instructions that belong with it. The agent's identity, the approved skills, the current task context, and a narrow snapshot of durable preferences. For a clinical implementation, that stable layer might say, you prepare drafts, you do not diagnose, prescribe, submit, or send patient communications. It is not a patient chart. Second is provider resolution. A provider runs the model. A model is the reasoning engine chosen for the task. Third is the model call. The model examines the assembled request and either returns text or asks to use a tool. A tool is a deliberately defined action the system may permit. For example, retrieve a read-only FHIR timeline, read a de-identified imaging report, or create a draft card in a review queue. Fourth is tool dispatch. Hermes checks the requested tool against its schema, availability, and permission rules, then runs it or refuses it. A schema is the contract for a tool, what inputs it accepts, what it returns, and what it is never allowed to do. If the model asks for the longitudinal medication history, the read-only chart connector returns structured source data with timestamps. If that connector is unavailable, a safe clinical workflow does not invent continuity. It fails closed and marks the brief incomplete. Fifth is result evaluation. The tool result returns to the model as evidence, and the model can decide what it still needs. That is the loop. It may retrieve an operative note, reconcile dates against an imaging report, and then build a draft timeline. Each action is visible and bounded. Sixth is persistence. The session can retain an auditable record of the task, tool calls, outputs, and review status. The EMR or FHIR layer remains the canonical record. Hermes persists the work trail and where permitted non-patient workflow state. Here is the contrast. A scribe is usually a single-turn transcription service. An agent is a supervised workflow engine that can retrieve, check, assemble, and stage multiple steps before it presents a result. Let's walk through one use case. Previsit longitudinal chart synthesis for a complex regenerative medicine consult. The patient is a 8-year-old former athlete with chronic right knee pain, prior arthroscopy, a history of corticosteroid injections, a recent outside MRI, and a referral asking whether an orthobiologic intervention is appropriate. This is exactly the kind of chart where a polished summary can be dangerously reassuring. The physician initiates a request from a protected clinical workspace. Prepare a Previsit draft for tomorrow's knee consultation. Do not make treatment recommendations. Retrieve only the listed source systems. Flag missing source documents and contradictions. Stage the result in the clinician review queue. The request triggers the first loop. Hermes assembles the task-specific prompt. The stable instructions define the role. Previsit analyst, not clinician of record. A Previsit skill provides the procedural checklist. A skill is an executable SOP, a written version procedure that tells the agent what a successful workflow looks like. The volatile context includes the current task ID, time, approved patient encounter identifier, and the narrow list of source systems. It does not include a free-floating remembered patient biography. Provider resolution selects the approved model and endpoint for this PHI authorized environment. That decision is operational, privacy, and clinical governance work, not a casual setting in a chat window. If the approved clinical provider is unavailable, the workflow does not quietly send the case to an unapproved fallback. It stops and reports that the requested draft could not be prepared through the approved route. Then, the model asks for evidence. Its first permitted tool call might be get encounter context with the encounter identifier. The connector returns a minimal index, demographics required for the task, problem list entries, encounter dates, and source links. Its second call is get longitudinal, notes, read-only, restricted to orthopedic, PM and R, and procedure documentation. A third call retrieves medication administrations and procedure history. A fourth retrieves the radiology report and the actual external image availability flag. These calls create a source ledger. Which system was queried, when, what document date was found, and whether the source returned successfully. Notice what has not happened. The agent has not diagnosed osteoarthritis severity. It has not inferred that a recommendation in an old note is still appropriate. It has not ordered imaging, sent a message, or written into the legal medical record. It has read approved sources and organized them. Now the model receives those tool results. It notices a discrepancy. A referral note says the MRI was performed 6 months ago, while the imported report date is 9 months ago. It does not solve that contradiction by choosing the more convenient date. It issues a permitted source lookup for the image import record. If no image is available, the draft must say exactly that. Outside MRI report present, images not verified as available for review. That is a small sentence with a large safety value. The agent may perform another loop to build the timeline. It orders the material by date, symptom onset as documented, prior surgeries, injection dates, physical therapy courses, radiographic impressions, and prior response. It separates facts from patient-reported history and treats each as a different evidence type. It creates a dedicated contradiction section, side mismatch, inconsistent procedure dates, medication discrepancies, and missing operative report. It also creates an uncertainty section, whether images are available, whether conservative care duration can be verified, and whether prior injection response was documented prospectively or recalled later. The output is not a treatment plan, it is a staged pre-visit brief. It contains consult context, a timeline, interventions, source gaps, and physician questions. Every material statement carries a source label and date. For example, right knee arthroscopy documented in operative note dated October 27th, indication and intraoperative findings not available in the imported record. The agent should distinguish not found in queried sources from did not occur. The system then uses a separate staging tool, create, review, card. Its schema accepts the draft, source ledger, task ID, and a review status. It cannot accept an order, signature, billing submission, or patient message recipient. The card enters the Kanban review queue as pre-visit draft physician review required. Kanban here means a work queue, not a patient chart. It tracks that a work product exists and whether a named human has accepted it. At 7:30 the next morning, the physician opens the card. The review view shows the evidence beside each assertion, the missing MRI images, and the unresolved date discrepancy. The physician may revise the draft, dismiss it, request source retrieval, or use selected language as the basis for their own encounter preparation. Only the physician decides whether any finding changes the history, examination, assessment, imaging review, or treatment discussion. The value is not autonomous clinical judgment. The value is that the clinician starts the visit with a structured, sourced, uncertainty forward preparation artifact rather than a pile of tabs. That is the physician AI dyad at its best. Machine discipline around retrieval and organization. Physician accountability for meaning, relevance, and action. Where the evidence gets careful is the word synthesis. A timeline can be internally coherent and still be clinically wrong. Source systems may carry duplicate notes, copied forward diagnoses, outside documents without images, incomplete medication administration data, or a procedure history that has migrated through several interfaces. An agent can preserve a contradiction, it cannot adjudicate it without the source and a clinician's judgment. The second failure mode is false completeness. If an API returns an empty field, that may mean there was no result. The result lives in a different system. The connector lacks permission, or the query was formed incorrectly. A clinical agent must never translate not returned into normal or absent. The draft needs a visible source coverage section, not a polished illusion that every record was reviewed. Third, language models are fluent enough to blur documented fact, plausible interpretation, and a recommendation. That is particularly hazardous in regenerative medicine, where terminology, evidence quality, regulatory status, payer coverage, and patient expectation can all be contested. The skill must explicitly prohibit the agent from characterizing an intervention as indicated, appropriate, safe, approved, covered, or evidence-based, unless the task is a separate, sourced evidence review and the physician owns the conclusion. Fourth, long context is not a substitute for provenance. Feeding an entire chart into a model may make the output sound detailed while making it harder to find which document supports a statement. Retrieval should be narrow, logged, and linked. If the evidence trail is not available at review, the result is not ready for clinical use. For Previsit synthesis, the rule is simple. Read only first, stage before commitment, and require physician acceptance before any clinical use. The review cannot be a routine click-through. It requires the physician to inspect the evidence and unresolved gaps. The agent may retrieve approved source data and produce a clearly labeled draft. It may not place orders, submit documentation, send messages, alter the chart, or represent a clinical conclusion. If a required source is unavailable, if provenance is missing, or if a tool proposes an action outside its schema, the workflow fails closed and the card is marked incomplete. That review includes source coverage, not simply the pros. This week, take one recurrent Previsit scenario and spend 45 minutes making its review checklist. Use a blank document, not live patient data. Write 5 headings: sources to retrieve, facts to extract, contradictions to flag, questions for the physician, and actions explicitly prohibited. Then ask, if this were prepared at 2 a.m., what would prevent it from quietly overreaching? Your answer is the beginning of a safe agent loop. Do not begin by connecting every system in your practice. Begin by proving one read-only workflow against synthetic or de-identified records, with a visible source ledger and a review queue. The next episode explains why provider, model, and profile choices are clinical safety choices rather than a simple search for the cheapest model. Put it on the checklist, not only in the prompt. Keep the first implementation narrow enough that you can inspect every step carefully before it reaches a patient-specific workflow. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice or legal advice. Any implementation of AI agents in a clinical setting must be reviewed against your local HIPAA posture, state board requirements, malpractice carrier policy, and your own professional judgment. The physician remains the accountable clinical decision maker.